Evening, everybody. Oh, nearly.
Evening,
everybody.
peoples.
How you all doing?
Wow,
Hope
wow.
you're all good. Hey, how's life? How are you? I survived. I'm here. I've made it back from the trenches. Hopefully you. Oh, you're all good. Here's a Willow sporting the Union Jack. Yeah, he's being Mr. Patriotic today. Yeah, because Dad's back. Dad is back. Dad's been somewhere, and he's not quite sure how to take it. Are you, Willow?
No.
Yeah, Dad cleared off for a few days. Yeah. So I hope you're all good. I hope you've all had a grand week. I hope those of you that were affected by Storm Claudia come through it okay. I didn't so much, but there we go. I'll have a little bit of a chat about that tonight. Basically, this weekend was the tarpach camp, which was more than anything a chance for the tarpach lads to do some extreme testing. The idea was we would all get together and really throw their kit through the ringer. However, Mother Nature decided to pick up a big boulder and throw it at us.
Yep.
So we ended up on Dartmoor with Storm Claudia coming in. I didn't arrive till just after dark. The tarpach lads had already been down there 24 hours. Max had already been down there 48 hours, I believe. So I arrived and it was hoofing. Okay.
Yeah.
That one evening, the weather gauge down there got 45 millimetres of rain that evening. And it was that bad that you opened a bag, the bag had an inch of water in it. The place ended up looking like the Somme.
Sussex, Jason.
I've got everything.
Katrina.
I've got everything together to do the video, and that will be, I'll be editing that tomorrow.
Groundful.
But yeah, it was severe. It was severe.
Hi, all at Karen's house.
All at Karen's house.
Yes.
Where,
Katrina's at her mum's.
Hi, Karen. How are you? Yeah. Thanks for coming down to Granny Hotel. Yeah.
That is no more, love.
I know it's no more, but we can kick the door open.
It's going to be flats now. The walls could tell tales.
As long as it's got Karen's pole for her to grab hold of at the end of the evening, there's no more we need to worry about. And we should keep those tales to ourselves. Anyhow. So here we go. I'm on the Koppenberg spiced apple tonight. Kaz is on the water. She's a good girl. She's the moral fibre of the group.
When I open these, I would get wet. Ow.
Benny is back. Yes.
Benny's in the house.
The team is complete. Benny is back. How you doing, brother? I hope you're all good. I hope the family's really good.
I do like that hoodie.
Yeah, Amazon. Okay. No, it wasn't. Temu.
Bushcraft.
I think it was about £4 or £5. There's nothing on the back. It's a nice hoodie.
Yeah,
it's very from, warm.
Temu.
Yeah, Temu. Can't knock it for the money. I just wanted another cheap hoodie that I could mess about with. Yeah, it's pretty. Benny. It's got a nice fleece on the inside.
Pockets.
Hood. Makes you feel like a monk. Bring out your dead and all that. Your
toggles are all.
Yeah, they're nice.
Quite and Jason said, "How'd the camp go?"
Oh, right.
Where's the storm?
How can I describe the camp? Right. If you can imagine the frontline trenches of the battlefield of the Somme, combined with the epic flooding of the Mississippi.
Max put a video with Riders of the Storm.
Yeah. Combined with 45 millimetres of rain in a very narrow, constricted valley in one evening. I won't go into the site. I'm not even going to go there. Okay. But it's an ecological site, so there's no preparation to anything you've got to go into set areas. Guys, within the first half an hour being there, there was water coming over the top of the boots. There was mud. The river rose by 2 feet, but we were reassured by the local head of search and rescue that river has never burst its banks. But I tell you what, it made for a hairy night.
Tell it to poor Monmouth in South Wales.
Yeah, they copped it bad. The second day was chilly, but we managed to get through, and that's where I got the majority of the main videoing done. And last night was epic, absolutely epic, absolutely brilliant. The tarpach guys have come up with an emergency shelter system, pretty much for 2 guys. Off on the spur of the moment, they literally put their heads together. It'll all be explained in the video, but yeah, what we were expecting to find there and use wasn't there. So we were suddenly thrown into a location that really didn't have what they needed. And so they put their heads together, and mid-storm Claudia came up with something which was genius. I'm not going to say too much because I don't want to take away the footage. It was a brilliant bit of thinking, but it wasn't extreme. I often see YouTubers doing things like extreme storm camp. I'm going out to survive a hurricane and all the rest of it, which I invariably look at and say pants, because invariably they do it as a solo. Please bear in mind,
tarpach said you were put in a swamp.
Yeah,
you were put in a swamp.
Yeah. I was the swamp monster. This camp, even though we knew that it was extreme conditions, you had 4 very, very experienced guys. We all came up with an emergency plan, i.e. which way to run, where the shelter was, what we were going to do if it all did go tits up. And we were able to test equipment to an extreme. I got to test the ARB swag in probably some of the worst conditions I've ever spent a night. Yeah, more to say about that. Brilliant bit of kit, can't knock it. Tarpach, again, rocked it, because, again, those guys always do. And Max is the man. Max is the most resilient dude I've ever met. He was an absolute, in his own words, legend. Okay. There's nothing phases him. He's just absolutely amazing. No,
you didn't die.
We didn't die at all. I nearly brought a chicken home for Kaz.
Sussex said Zodiac boat and life jackets.
Mate, you couldn't have got a Zodiac through there. It was that bad. It was. We are talking upper Orinoco, complete with the falls, hippos.
How much about that?
Crocodigators, you name it, they were there. Yeah.
Mosquitoes in November. Bloody hell.
Yeah. You know, it was
definitely a swamp.
Yeah, there was even some of those.
If he lies to you, Benny, I saw he was showing. He bought a load of. He bought some of the Idaho mash. You know, the garlic mash.
Yeah.
They were fine because of plastic outside and the lid, foil lid. But he bought a couple of these big noodle pots, and the water soaked through them, didn't it?
Cardboard.
Yeah.
Cardboard. My noodles went. Lucky enough, I'd taken some boilers.
So yes, he has got pot. He did have pot noodles.
Yeah, I did have pot noodles. In fact, actually, the pot noodles have been returned to here.
And they're downstairs in the store cupboard.
Yeah,
and they'll stay there.
The pot noodles are for the event of a nuclear attack. It's the one food source that is going to survive.
I ain't getting it. I ain't eating it.
No, they're there for emergencies.
I'll eat the
tub. They'll do. Yeah, it was. I think. Yeah, the venue. All I'll say about the venue.
It was a very wet camp.
All I'll say about the venue is the website made it look very different to what it was when we got there. The people were lovely enough. Don't get me wrong, they were lovely. The facilities, they were there and were adequate. If you can shower in 4 minutes.
4 minutes.
Yeah, 4 minutes. Yeah, it was okay. And I expect in the summer In the summer, it would be an absolutely stunning location. Valley Bottom, mid Dartmoor, mid Storm Claudia, in an eco area, so nothing is cut back, managed, trimmed, or otherwise.
And you can't take your vehicles
controlled.
to the site, your pitch. You have to take a wheelbarrow.
Downhill like that, uphill like that, loads. Yeah, but yeah, it was what it was. You'll see on the video. I'm not going to harp on about it too much, but the tarpach guys, genius. And this is one of the things. This is how I gauge people. So when things are tough, when things go wrong, is how do people manage? Who has the survivor mindset? Who has the mindset of, right, let's get this sorted, let's sort ourselves out, and who breaks? And the tarpach lads literally were under tarps. They'd taken tarps, but were put in a location where there was no trees to put their tarps to. And you got Swell and Claudia. You combine those two facts, that's a bit of a nightmare. What they came up with was genius. They did it in minutes. They literally both went, right, yeah, this is what we're doing. Ding, 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 ding. It was up. And they had a dry trip. They survived the storm. They didn't get wet. Their systems didn't get wet.
They said that it won't be recommended. It's sad, even in the summer, where they wouldn't go there. They said, sorry, you're too nice.
Yeah, that's me. That's me. You know me for years. You know what I'm like. It's hard for me to say.
Yeah, you'll have to be a very, very extreme person to get on there. Yeah, and it's not. I wouldn't have thought it was been that sort of family friendly sort of.
Put it this way: there's wild camping and there's climbing inside a bramble bush, and this fell into the climbing inside the bramble bush bracket, unfortunately.
But definitely the other place is definitely all year round.
Yeah, the other one's all year round. So so I made it back. The new vehicle, the new pickup, which I'll do a video on this week because I want to. We've worked out what we're going to do with it, how we're going to adapt the vehicle for us. This was a bit of a test run. Tried a couple of ideas. One or two worked, one or two didn't. But the vehicle's economical, reliable, powerful. Everything works a treat. Suits me down to the ground. Now it's time to start modding, but I actually want to document it this time because I've built a few overlanders in the past, and I want to apply what I've learned in the past to this one and make an honest overlander, not something that is all show and no go. This has got to be a practical workhorse as well as obviously my work vehicle.
Yeah. They're not welcoming, and they charge you £6 for 4 logs. Then
Well, put it this way.
Yeah.
We got there. I've been there the first evening.
Yeah.
The first evening. So that was a brand spanking new pair of Merrills. Bought the day before, never tried and tested. Drove down, knew I didn't need to break them in or anything like Merrills. Used them for years. Recommend them to anybody. They're waterproof. They're Gore-Tex. Okay, so I have no problem. And yes, my feet stayed dry until I got onto the campsite, put my foot in the mud, which came up to about here.
Oops.
And the water and the mud flowed in. So now I've had to scrub these inside and outside. They've had the Nick Wax cleaning gel.
And Nick Wax waterproofing.
And they will get retreated tomorrow to re-waterproof them. The fire pit I took with me was the Outbacker stove with the long legs, and I'm glad I did because it didn't float away. And I'll be honest with you, it would have been a miserable night if we hadn't have had that. So, yeah.
Oh, Betty's making a sleeper. Mm-hmm.
Oh.
He's putting a Astra VXR engine in his old banger.
Nice. I like a good sleeper. So it was an extreme camp. It was an extreme environment, but again, it's not something I would go and do on my own. I would always make sure I had backup with me. I'd always make sure I had alternative plans with me. We knew what the conditions were going to be. We just didn't think that it would be. I just thought the site would be a bit better set up for it. To be
I'm
honest,
surprised they didn't let you have the site for nothing, being how bad it was.
I'm actually surprised that we didn't get turned away because of the conditions. Because of the river, where the river is right at the bottom of the valley, and that's where you've got to camp. I bear in mind what was coming and happening. I was pretty surprised that they didn't go, sorry guys, we got to shut from a safety point of view. If it had been me, I definitely would. I'd rather lose the custom than take the risk. I spent most of the evening with my eye on that river until I was certain that we were okay. Same with Max, same with the tarpach lads. It was like on that, and we'd all worked out our escape route. We all knew exactly how to get out if it come up. And lucky enough, it didn't. It actually it came up 2 feet. We measured it in the morning. It was just over 2 feet. And when you looked at it when it was going, I mean, it's only a little brook, but when it was going, you could hear rocks going down it. It was a hell of a thing. Oh yeah, battled through it. I wouldn't say I kicked. Well, I didn't kick ass, but the ARB swag certainly did.
He was actually moaning about how hot it was in there.
Yeah.
And the sleeping bag worked as well, you said, didn't it?
Yeah. I finally found a sleeping bag that I can spread out in, which worked for me quite nice. Yeah. Mac, I agree with you that to laugh that they've just been put under a yellow warning, and the fact that our old man was the chairman of the local Dartmoor search and rescue team. I was surprised. I mean, obviously they know their spot better than anybody else, but I
don't think that. No, I think they should have sort of said,
Well, they had a bothy. They got a barn. They got a set up there that if it had been my site, I'd have probably turned around and said, guys, don't go down there tonight. It's going to sort itself out by the morning. Stop up here. There was plenty of space for us to be able to set up in other places.
Well, it was changed to that location, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Because it was so. There was from their actual website.
Yeah.
And what happened when they turned up this weekend? It's nothing like their website.
No, it's funny how you can take a photograph from altitude and it makes the ground look flat and level. And it looks like there's pitches and spots all over the place, and the pictures in the wood, it's all cut back into little clearings all over the place. You can go off into your own little clearing and that. Where in actual fact, there was only one decent clearing that none of us found until the following day, and was a swine to get to. The other clearings were just overgrown. The one Mac was on wasn't too bad. That was a grassy square. Where me and Max ended up was just overgrown.
Yeah, Tara Mod. It was that you did actually choose where you wanted to go. They told you.
That was the other thing.
And they're sort of very sort of what we call them
yeah. It's don't get me wrong. I'm an ecologist myself. I'm into the environment, but
definitely money carrying Tara.
There is a line. And if I go something like the last couple of places I've gone wild camping that are sites that are farms and that have got an area for wild camping, they literally will turn around to you and go, "That's the area. Go where you want. These are the rules. Don't chop the trees. Don't light ground fires or whatever." They give you the rules, but they literally go, "Off you go. Set yourself up," because they know what you want to do. Whether you want a hammock, whether you want a
tarp. They would charge tarpach would charge £6 for 4 logs. Yeah.
I found the.
I mean, there's on the website they got this. They keep on about this catering and that when they do you can have. They got some
Oh yeah, you could book a breakfast.
Buildings inside where you could have meetings and things like that. But yeah, it's like almost like they're more concerned about that than the rest of it.
Yeah, I mean, that was the other one that threw me. On their website, they advertise a bothy. Well, to me, a bothy is an emergency shelter, free of charge. Normally very, very basic. You don't expect a lot from a bothy.
It's usually a fire,
but it's
walls
normally
and that.
free of charge in places like moors, mountains, and so on for those hikers and walkers that do get caught out by the weather. It's a refuge. To have what I would describe personally as a luxury building titled the Bothy was just a little bit of a you're taking all that. Oh, that's wild camping sounds like a good thing. Of course, wild camping we don't need to do anything. We just give them the bush, all right, which is great when your bush is a natural bush, a natural forest. This wasn't. This was just Land management isn't just letting the trees fall down.
After a 3-day total reboot, it recommends wild camping as he feels great today.
But I'm not going to moan anymore about the site because that's just the way it is. I would say there are people that would enjoy it. There's probably people in the summer that go down there and camp in the field and absolutely love it. I would say to them personally, if you want to do wild camping, first of all, get rid of all the damn widow makers that are everywhere. Manage your woodland properly. Okay, actually manage your woodland properly. You can do that from an ecological point of view. Okay, make sure that there is an ability for somebody to set up without being ankle deep in the mud and in the brambles, because the area me and Max were in, well, you'll see on the video. Oh, I've got my dander up anyhow. Enough of that. So what is to come? Well,
bear down farm.
Bear down farm next time. Right, so Mod, I got your message when I got back here this evening. Yes, mate, I will give me 24 hours to get my head together and I'll get in contact. I like the idea of that. What else am I on this week? What else am I on? Oh, I've got some kits.
Hello, Max. You're home again.
Maxie, baby. Now I would like to say this to people. Okay, I meet many survivors in my life, and I've met many expert survivors or professional survivors. I met guys from the Special Forces world. I've met guys from the tracker world. I've met guys from the wildlife conservation world, mountaineers, film crews, news crews. I've met all sorts of survivalists. I learned a lot this weekend about urban survival. Okay. And I learned about urban survival from a man that has spent most of his life, as he says himself, homeless. Okay. And he had perfected his skills and his abilities. Now, he's settled. He's in a house now, and he's found the love of his life, and all is going great guns for him. But I learned so much from him. So, Max, thank you very much. If you can go over to Max Outdoors, show his channel a bit of love and support, because the guy deserves it. He's one of those that's picked himself up from the ground. He's from the lowest point you can get. He's picked himself up and he's climbed that ladder. He's climbed that hill. And I got an utmost amount of respect to him for that. He's a diamond. He really is. So anyhow, where was I going? Right, I've got some kit. So I've got a lot of fancy kit. I've got a lot of really, really good kit. All right, expensive and bits that I've got from all over the place and that. But I went on to Temu because not everybody can always find the gear.
Thanks, Kit.
Not everybody can get to an army surplus. Not everybody has a friend in America who can find them this, that, and the other and send it over for them. Now, I have had lots of people, and you'll have to excuse it because my bag's a bit damp. I have had lots of people remarking on my GI stove. Okay, so my GI stove, which I absolutely adore, it's my mini pack, so it has a drop of spirit with it. I've got a lid for it. It's actually a lid off of something else, but it fitted. My GI stove is, and you've all seen it on the videos, that one. Okay, and I love it. It's absolutely lightweight, easy, makes a brew, cook food if you needed to, packs away, efficient, simple, brilliant bit of kit. But in the UK here, hard to find. There are one or two people who have managed to get hold of them over the years. They're hard to find. Now, the one thing that I wanted to go with that, and I've looked for a while, is I wanted a metal water bottle. I've been to several shows and events, haven't I? And I always say to Cass, if you see a metal water bottle, I want a metal water bottle. Okay. And what I wanted was a simple metal nesting water bottle. Why? Because once again, you can use it to sterilise water. Okay. Now this is an aluminium one, so you would have to be a little bit cautious with it. You're not going to put it into a forge, but I like that. But it would fit inside there, which is double awesome. But it came with its own cup, so it nests in its own tin mug. We all love a tin mug, and more importantly than that, it's got its own stove. Now, it's not as good, I would say, as a GI stove, purely simply because it doesn't lock into it like it does on the GI stove. But as a little all-in-one system, it will do the job. And it comes with a pouch, and the pouch is felt lined. So again, tip from the Russians there: if you've got a metal water bottle, have a lined pouch, and just try and keep that water from freezing. So I like that. I picked that up. Can't remember the price offhand, but it was Temu.
Temu again.
And I believe it was about 12 or 13 quid. Okay. But for what it is, absolutely diamond. The other thing I picked up off Temu, and I've got to test it to find out, is they say it's a titanium spork.
That's a long one.
$1.99. Yeah, ideal for getting into the bottom of the ration pack. But I've had that before where they say it's titanium, and it's turned out to be anodized aluminium. And the test for that is by force. No, it's not aluminium. Okay.
Stel said he got that set. The stove is great, but the bot had a weird stuff in it. Tasted like metal.
Okay, I should check that out. The other test. No, not magnetic. So
yeah, that's your. Yeah, it's another your new light, isn't it?
So it is probably titanium. Now, I've never really been that bothered about titanium, and there's a reason. Everywhere I go, people are titanium spork. You've got to have a titanium spork. Titanium. Right, it's brilliant. Well, it's got one foible. It is light. It is super light. It's got a long handle. It's great. Yeah, one foible. It don't fucking float. Excuse my language. It does not float. My plastic spork. Well, it's not even a spork. My plastic spoon, which was a lot cheaper, floats. Now, you don't intend to throw your eating implements into a river, but there's occasions where you might be washing something out and it accidentally drifts away. If you're in the shallows, the titanium is the bonus because it just sinks to the bottom and sits there. Your plastic one may go bobbing away, but at least you can see it and you can probably get it back. So, and the other bonus is, and this is a simple one, this goes back to the cup theory as well. they're great. Both of them are great. But if I leave that in my hot meal for too long, and then I put it in my mouth, I'm going to burn my lip. The plastic one won't do that. So there we go. That's spoons. But it was a titanium one. It was cheap. It was on Temu. I thought I'd have to give it a go. See what this titanium black magic wizardry is all about.
Bushcraft said he picked up a Tasmanian pattern felling axe on Thursday for a tenner.
Nice.
Yeah,
nice
he's
deal.
happy with that.
Yeah. It's, and that's it. The bargains are out there. And it's that time of year as well, isn't it? People are starting to go through the shed, sort the shed out for the winter, realising that they've got an axe they've never used, and I can do with an extra bit of cash. It goes up. I'm shopping around for my canoe at the moment. Why? Because nobody's canoeing at this time of year. It's November, getting on towards December. People start to think about Christmas. Things are tight. People start looking at their hobbies and go, well, it's just a hobby.
Hi, John.
I can flog that, and they can raise some funds, and I can get a canoe at a decent price. So there we go. And of course, the other thing is, if you're going spoon, go Ray Mears and whip yourself one, because it will float. It won't burn your mouth. And if it gets really manky, you can use it as kindling.
And you can flick things with it without it bending or breaking.
Yeah.
P.U. Pew. Pew.
Yes, my wife is that person that has been known.
Great size for launching at acorns.
She has been known to start food fights. Haven't you?
Oh, yes.
Yeah, she.
Bushcraft's got some nice cherry spoons for eating.
She has been known as a cake flicker.
Yeah.
There we go. So that's those items. So I will be going out and doing a test burn. I mean, at the end of the day, I know it's going to work, but I want to give that a go.
You're welcome.
What else do we pick up this week? Pick that up. That's a Nebo. That's actually, I've used this the entire weekend. Ron's on 3.
I just turn around, I see it from where I was sitting on my
3 AAAs. Okay. It's made by Nebo. It's got a magnet. It's got a mounting point. It's got a single button there. So what you get from it is you get
cake flicker.
The first setting's a 180. Okay. Second setting is a 360. Third setting is a red, which is really, really good, and that's a 360 red. Fourth setting is a torch low power setting or high power setting, then a low power setting, then off. They're absolutely brilliant. One downside.
Yeah.
When you're in a tent at night and you're trying to switch it on, the button's not proud enough. And I'm in there in the dark going, where's the fucking button? Where's the button?
That's why I've got that. I use a leaf out of Life to Hobby, because he puts on the fluorescent tape. Yeah. So I've got it on my walking stick. I've got it around my walking stick and things like that. So what I'll do, I should put a piece of tape just above where your button is, and then you'll find it in the dark.
Other than that, as a little tent light, that
it was literally in the Black Friday sale in Go Outdoors. It was 16 quid.
Yeah, well worth the money. It is literally run non-stop all weekend for me. No problems at all. And again, there are some things you don't want to skimp on, because you will just keep buying batteries and the rest of it. And you could run rechargeable batteries on that. Has no USB ports, so there's nowhere to plug in and charge on it. It's old-fashioned technology. It takes batteries, but you can recharge batteries these days.
It's got a hangy thing, isn't it?
Yeah,
it's got little hangers on the top, so you can hang it up.
What I did like with the hangers, actually, I was thinking about it, because that was something for tents. It's always a loop, isn't it?
Yeah.
What? I don't know if you see that there, but it's actually 2 hangers, and they're hooked, so they can cross over and lock on. but it made it a lot easier just being able to hook it on, especially in the middle of Storm Claudia. The other thing I picked up, don't need to tell you all about those, but basically picked myself up a new puck from the axe, so I could sharpen my axe. Yeah, just something small, simple, cheap and easy going one. And that was
grabbing from me.
Oh, that was what I picked up this week.
Show everyone, yep.
Oh yeah, go on.
Look.
Patriotic Pooch.
Oh, yeah, that me.
Yeah, got his name on it.
Real low.
I drove home in a hurry. I wanted to get home and beat the traffic. And I had the window open. You know, it's like you're tired. Those of you that do a lot of driving, get a bit tired, it's the first thing you do. Open the windows, get that cold air in, get that oxygen in, pick yourself back up. Unfortunately,
yes,
give me a bit of a stiff neck, so I'll put a scarf on tonight.
Actually, could you mention the Prosics? Because some people don't know how to do the Prosic. You should, yeah, because some people still don't
Prosic
do the
knots.
Prosic knots, yes.
Prosic loops. Okay, yeah, I can do a demo on that. I'll do a quick demo on that. I'll let Kaz have a chat to you for a second whilst I get set up.
Yes. Yeah, so Willow's got his Union Jack on one, and he's just ouch. There you go. So he's getting quite a collection. So if anyone wants to send him a bandana, because he rather likes his bandanas, and you're welcome to. Well, I did get him a jumper the other day, but he's a bit of a nightmare to try and get in a jumper. He's having his treats. He's had steak tonight for tea, so he's feeling a bit. He's actually starting to eat a bit of meat now, which is quite nice. But yeah, you got to feel sorry for these poor people in Monmouth. I've been watching the news and that. The water is so flipping some deep. Also, Tarpach, I believe you're now doing some of your stuff in the camo green. Am I correct? Yeah. Hi, Andy, outside. Yeah, Max, he said that he forgot to mention it on the descriptions, which he would change as soon as possible. Okay. He's still working with it. Yes, I was in contact now and again. There's another thing. The phone signal down there is not so great, is it?
It was non-existent. I was having to drive about 4 miles.
Because you were hoping to do a live down there, but there was just no way. Will you stop
having to drive about
bugging
4
me?
miles up the valley. Right.
Evening sticks. There you go. That's it.
Prosic knot, pronounced Prosic, or alpine climbing knot. Okay, so this knot goes back many hundreds of years. Was used by mountaineers as a way of being able to lock off and climb on ropes.
Like that, Andy.
They would use 2 of these Prosic loops.
Like
one for the foot, one for the one that would be connected to the belt. So basically how the principle would work is you would slide the knot up the rope, apply pressure, it locks, lift up with your foot, then slide the one up off your belt to hold yourself in place, lift your leg up, slide that one up, and so on. And you would step up the mountainside like that. Really come into favour with tree climbing about 70 years ago as a safe method of being able to rope in and out trees. It's been used by the military, and it is the simplest of things to rig and set up. Now, in the camping world, the Prosic is a fantastic way of being able to tension on a ridge line, being able to connect to the corner of your tarp, slide up and hold.
Drink that spoon.
It's right. How am I going to do this? Let's see. If I can get you to hold the end of that for me, my love. So that is my ridge line, my climbing rope. So it could be that way, could be that way. Okay. And I take a simple piece of rope or cordage. Ideally, in a perfect world, a slightly smaller diameter than your climbing rope, but that's not essential. You can put a simple overhand knot into that, which just forms a loop. Now that loop is easy to carry on your belt. You can have a whole series of them. You can have them different lengths, whatever you want. Now, the system is easy. I always put the knot to the bottom, the loop to the top. I go over the line once, pulling it through the center. I go over the line again, pulling through the center. Now that's a Prusik knot. You now need to tidy it up. So basically what you're looking at is that. Okay. Now, when you put pressure on it, it will lock onto the line and break and act as a brake. When you take the pressure off it and loosen it slightly, you can slide it up and down the line. But that's a Prusik. If you find, always test your Prusik beforehand. If you needed to, you could go through a third time, a fourth time, so on, so on, and so on. The more weight and pressure you put on it, the tighter it locks to the line. As simple as that. I'll spin it around and show you the back edge. There's your back edge. So again, all it is a continuous loop. All you're doing is, if I undo it, in fact, slide it off the end. It's the easiest way of doing it. I'll do it one more time for any of you that have not seen it. With Kaz's help, pull your loop
behind the back
over your line. So you've got the loop there. Thread through the center, pull down, go through the center again, and we'll do a triple. Okay, so we'll go through the center again, and before you put pressure on it, you just have a little tidy up so that your outside loop comes up on the outside, and that is your Prusik.
Yeah.
Okay, it's not a knot. Prusik knots don't exist. It's actually a hitch. Okay, but that's your Prusik, and slightest bit of pressure, it puts the brakes on, grips, holds. But as soon as you release the pressure, and if it does get a bit tight because you put a huge amount of pressure on it, all you ever need to do is put your thumb on the back of that loop, pull the loop down, and it will slacken off. Great way, like I say, great way of tensioning things. If you had to rig something to climb out of somewhere, you could do that. 2 Prusiks, even on bootlaces, on a bit of rope, and yeah, you could pretty much climb out the hole with it. Great bit of kit. Now you can make them yourself, or you can go to companies like Tarpach and that, and they use or make theirs, and they finish them off a bit better and a bit nicer than just a knot and that. And like this weekend, they test it to the extreme. Storm Claudia.
Oh, so Prusik was an Austrian, a member of the German Alpine Club in the 30s. Ah,
yeah, that's
so it's down to him, yeah.
Yeah, so the Austrian climbing knot, yes, or Alpine climbing knot. So yeah, there we go. Simple bit of history, and actually
a little bit of demonstrations.
Something that should be in everybody's toolbox.
Even El Croc.
I've abseiled off of buildings using them. I've climbed up fronts of buildings using them. Bridges. I did a bit of a naughty many years ago when they were opening a local bypass that had 8 bridges on it, and actually used Prusiks to climb each bridge and abseil down it all the way along the day before it was due to open. And the security guys turned up, looked at me and my mate and said, What are you doing? And we went, oh, we're just inspecting the bridges. It's a final safety check before we open the road tomorrow. And they literally went, oh, right, yeah, nobody told us about that. No worries. Crack on, guys, crack on. So the tip is, if you're going to do something a little bit naughty like that, wear a high-vis vest and have a clipboard. People are scared of high-vis vests and clipboards. All you've got to do is look like you're supposed to be there. Nobody wants to rock the boat.
Excellent. Three Dog was saying that his tarpach ridge line helped keep his tarp well this weekend in the monsoon. Yeah, it was
Awesome.
really blowing a hoolie, wasn't it? Three Dog.
If you've seen what those guys, well, you will see because
Karen.
I made a video about their setup, and it was. Bear in mind, we turned up at this site and they were expecting to have trees that they could rig tarps from. And no.
We don't make us, yes, but
not doing that. You're in this grassy squared area there. There you go. Completely impractical.
What, grass a la mud?
Yeah. Completely impractical for what they wanted to do, but they literally just, being the sort of guys they are, just went heads together, ding, 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 and within minutes they had shelter up and dry as a bone. The endearing moments for me this weekend was finding out that Rob is actually a chicken herder, comes from a long line of chicken herders.
As a quick thingy, I don't think it's 6 the light. No. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, it was.
That was.
Yeah, what that picture doesn't really show you there distance is on that top that it's in front of me.
Yeah,
it's just puddle off puddle. We were actually not using the tarp to stop the mud. We were using it as a flotation device to walk on the mud. It was.
Yeah, it's mostly brown now. It's not green anymore, is it?
Tarpach's got a video up which shows what Thursday was like.
Yeah.
And it just literally.
Yeah.
Saturday was cold. It didn't rain too much and all the rest of it. It didn't really dry out because we were under a really dense canopy and the valley's that steep. It's its own microclimate. So once we got to about lunchtime, it was mist and fog, and it was that sort of treetop mist. So it was just constant drip, 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 which was lovely. If I was going to explore a rainforest that day, it was equipped for it. It would have been fantastic.
You're lucky you weren't in Cornwall, because I don't know if you've seen the news about the flamingo that escaped from one of the parks in Cornwall that's now living in France. They didn't clip the feathers enough and it flew away. Well, this weekend someone found a raccoon in the garden. So if you want to see animals that you wouldn't normally see in England, then go to Cornwall.
We've got them here. I mean,
go to Cornwall.
The valley we were in's got pine marten. They've got 3 pine marten, but the valley's about 10 miles long. So yeah, that equates. It does make sense. But chances of seeing the pine marten. Although I heard the most interesting thing explained to me this weekend. Kaz will love this. So the lady said, "Yes, we've got chickens." Yeah, and they do. They let the chickens out all day long. Lovely chickens.
They've got pine martens.
Really
not a good idea.
Really friendly chickens.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody mentioned a fox, and the woman's reply was, "Yes, the fox took one, but then got bored and hasn't bothered the others." And all the guys there that are in the know sort of went, "Yeah, until they have cubs, all the winter gets a bit tough."
Yeah, you'll lose a lot.
You'll lose a lot, yeah. Max, if you ever find yourself in a flooded situation, look at Max and go, trenches. The man is he's a human JCB.
Yeah. Did he not want to get up then?
No, I didn't. I didn't want to get up. I was right.
Did he snore, Mac? I bet it's bad, wasn't it?
I have trouble sleeping.
The RB thing, swag was going.
I have trouble sleeping. I've always had trouble sleeping ever since I was a kid. Okay, so I bought myself the ARB swag, the Sky Dome. It's a very expensive bit of kit. I saved like buggery for that after seeing Ray's one and thinking, do you know what, I'd love that for car camping. It's got a built-in mattress. It's not a huge mattress, it's not about that thick, but it's heavy canvas. It's big. You're only going to use it if you're car camping. Died. But I tell you what, it was amazing. I got into this thing, and the weather was shut away.
So now you know why Ray uses it.
Yeah,
Roman Ray uses them.
If you're somebody that's roof tents, fucking take your roof tent off, flog it, buy yourself a swag, right? Roof tents are pants. Okay.
I want to be a roof tent in that flipping stall.
Tried a couple of them. Got no lions and tigers in the UK. You don't need to be on the roof of the car, right? That ARB swag is just literally two of the best nights kit I've had in years. I got into that. The trees are going, the river's rising. It's all hell. It's ankle deep in mud around me. I really carefully got all my kit off outside, slipped into it, got into my bag. That was it. And I'll tell you what, I woke up at 6 o'clock in the morning, and for the first time in a long time, actually woke up and went, you know what? Nah. Like that. And the boys had to get me up at 9 o'clock.
Bill saying that the Ashley Book of Knots, there's 1001 knots and hitches. Great work, rope book.
There are some fantastic rope books out there, but I would always say this about rope work. And I've so amphibious Royal Engineer, okay? Ropes, cordage, part of my trade and the rest of it. I will say the same thing to you that I was told by a trainer or an instructor within that field. And again, I suddenly realised at that point that growing up on a farm, it applied. And in my camping and everything else I've ever done, it's applied. There are thousands of knots and hitches out there. You only actually need 2 or 3, okay? The important thing is, the most important thing for those 2 or 3 knots is that you can do them blindfolded, okay? And you know the difference between a knot and a hitch. A hitch is designed to come undone. A knot is not designed to come undone, okay? It's not designed to fail. So pick yourself 2 or 3, practice with them, get them 100%, okay? Overhand knots, loops, things like that, pretty much are the go-to, and most of these are based on it. When you start getting into fancy knots, if you're getting into doing knots as a hobby, yes, learn as many as you can. But in the practical world, most of us only actually need to know 2 or 3. And the most important thing is being able to do them blindfolded and trust them. That's the thing.
Max says you don't have any trouble snoring. No, he doesn't, Max.
No.
Yeah, he's bad. The other day, I took me quilt and me pillow downstairs because I couldn't. He was keeping me and the dog awake.
That wasn't snoring. That is an anti-bear defence system.
Hi, Mary.
Any bear within 50 metres of our campsite, mate, would have gone, no, I'm not going near that. You hear that thing growling down there? I'm not going anywhere near it.
Yeah, Matt, we used to have the carp fishing beds. They're great, but yeah, really flipping heavy. And yeah, you got to drag them anywhere in the distance. Yeah.
Yeah. So hi, Ayla. How you doing, Ayla?
He says that's
when you were little tiny thing like that. Little tiny thing. Oh, yeah.
3 dogs. That's why we get hitched, not knotted.
Yeah. But yeah, and that's the problem. It's a great hobby to have, and again, learn as many as possible. But in practicality, certain knots are only really going to be used for certain things. I mean, so my go-tos are a simple overhand loop, prusik, and if I'm tensioning, probably something like a trucker's hitch. Okay. That's it for me. I don't really bother with anything else. As long as you can put a stop knot on a line, as long as you can put a thread of loop back through, you can tension on it. I mean, you can turn a slip knot, or what we call the slip knot, which is what most people call the slip knot. So, loop, through, pull. Okay, that for me is the basis of most of my knots. If I then need to make a permanent loop, all I do is put another loop through it and slide up on me.
Al Croc said he saw an alternative to prusik knot that's called a clem heist knot.
Yeah. You got things.
So logs hoppers use hangman's or a reef knot.
Yeah, I'll do it. I was tying off this week, so I was tying off to a branch. Okay, so I had a branch come out and stop like the end of my finger, and I had the line coming in pressure that way. So I went round twice, and all you do is form a loop back on its. Oh, here we go. Form a loop, turn the loop back on itself, and pull up. So basically, as the pressure is pulled from this side, it tightens over the loop. Basically, what we used to call a logger's knot is it's a very simple loop system used for pinching a line, so that if you're hauling logs out with a tractor, you can wrap around it 2 or 3 times back on itself, and basically what happens, the friction of the tractor pulling tightens the rope up on itself. And again, it's just simple things that work. You know, it's find what works for you, practice it till you can do it literally blindfolded without, because let's face it, it's all good when everything's fine and dandy, but when you really need it, when
I
like
can't.
we were this weekend,
My hands are so bad now. I cannot put a knot in the end of your cotton. You know, when you want to do sewing, you try and put it. Yeah, isn't. I end up with a knot on a knot.
Yeah, stabilising. So in my world now, with the rescue and that, on a lot of the stuff I do, it's stabilising. So I need to go to a vehicle and stabilise it, anchor it fast. It might be at risk of being washed away. It might be at risk of falling over. So I need to go there and be able to harness it, hook it up, get tension on, stabilise it quickly. So again, for me, simple knots. And if the worst comes to the worst, if you have to cut the line, cut the line. As long as you've done what you needed to do. If you've got somebody dangling out of a window, you need to save their life by tying them off. It doesn't matter what you use as long as it's going to hold. It doesn't matter if afterwards you have to cut that rope off them, as long as it's done the job you need it to do.
I'm dirty.
Yeah.
Very dirty. I think it
has been said.
Very face.
So yeah. Find what works for you. Kiwi, sleep well, mate. I take it you got work tomorrow. Yeah. Oh, and the hangman's knot has many uses other than its namesake. Oh, excuse me, my feet. Give me those of you know. My feet have been wet for 2 days. The only time they've been dry is at the end of the day when I've got my boots off, dusted my feet off, towel dried my feet, got them into a dry pair of socks and slid into my sleeping bag. And get up in the morning, wet boots, put my wet socks back on.
People.
So by the time I got home tonight, prune feet. Okay.
Oh dear.
Had a nice hot shower, got myself cleaned up, towels dried off and that.
Yeah, now my poor washing machine has had to deal with these socks.
And now the bottom of my feet are just giving it that. Sort of squeezing the moisture out. Oh yeah, Sticks, how you doing, brother? Oh, tried to give you guys a call earlier on just to let you know I survived. 3 nights survival. Yeah. That was
Max. I say that was a big old breakfast. They got that was
a good breakfast, wasn't it, Max?
We used to stop there. It used to be the 303 diner, but now it's Bright Light. Is it Brightwells? That's it.
Yeah, or Brightwells.
Yeah, granddaughter likes it there.
Yeah, so that was. We were driving back, and we were going to meet up with Max's missus, but we got ahead of time. So I was like driving up the road, and I suddenly see the diner sign, and I know the diner, and I just went breakfast. And that was it. Bright.
That's a big old plate.
It was a big old plate. I said to Max as I finished it off, I said to him, if we're out again, do this again, remind me just to go for the standard.
He always says that. He never does.
It was.
Yeah, and when he got home, like, at 6 o'clock, he had roast chicken, roast potatoes, stuffing, parsnips, carrots.
I was wasting away. Look, wasting away. You know, I burnt off all that fat trying to keep my body buoyant.
Try to be a floater.
I'll just relax again now. Can't hold that in for long after a roast dinner.
I'm going to dye my hair. Next week, my hair will be back to all red again.
Yeah, I'll dye it for you.
Yeah, he's having a food baby, exactly.
Yeah. And just for an update for those of you that know and care, work is going well. Yeah, I've got work coming in. So, yeah, it's going well. I'm not too worried. It's not mental. I don't want it to be
No.
mental at the moment, but it's given us what we need. So it's
Yeah,
going good.
Bill was asking about the truck.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
So what
They
I've
got a Barbarian.
I bought a Mitsubishi L200 2017 with 70,000 miles. Know the guy that got rid of it. Also bought it with the dealer's warranty and everything else still on it. I've got a year's warranty. Yeah, it's a diamond. It absolutely is a diamond. Don't get me wrong, it's not as nice to drive as the Range Rover, and we're keeping the Range Rover. That's the family car. The Mitsubishi is my work vehicle. But yeah, it's comfortable, it's economical, it holds the gear, and it will be used for the channel. It's going to become a bit of an overlander.
And just for a early warning, if ever it's a fan, be warned. Kaz will be driving the Range Rover because I can drive manuals. I've not got a license, but auto. Yeah, I'm sorry, auto. I can't drive manuals, but yeah, I will be out in that auto. And my record for V8s and me, I'm gonna get a bit heavy.
Yeah, smoking.
Not on the road. That was at Tangmere Air Base, but yeah,
smoking tyres.
Yeah, that was in a P6 V8. So
old P6 Rover V8, and she looked like something out of the Sweeney coming through the bends. This poor old thing, maximum body roll and
Katrina,
drifting.
I'll message you, lovey.
Yeah, she's a hooligan. A hooligan.
But I like a decent V8, and it's quite funny now because Muddy Ruts Chef, he's got one.
Yeah.
Tim, who you might have seen on some of the other videos from our 4x4 response, he's got one, and his wife Caroline has got one as well. So they've got this. The four have got V8 Range Rovers now.
Yeah, the pickup did me and Max a couple of favours this weekend because
it's a twin cab as well. So
we went to Lidl's and bought logs. They threw in the back. I felt really good about it.
Hockers, have a good night.
Walking to the back of my pickup and chucking a bag of logs in just felt
happy
right.
Hopping.
Got all the kit in there. Got me and Max's kit in there. Yeah, no problem at all. And the important thing for us was we both wanted to phone our missus on last night and let them know we were okay, we'd survived and all the rest of it. But we had to drive about 5 miles to Bovey Tracy to get signal.
Yeah, he's saying they drive 4 miles.
Yeah, and it was nice because we got
Mod and Tara off.
Mod, Tara, have a great one, guys. Yeah. 3 hours past your bed. Oh, yes, because you're working with nature, aren't you? Sleep well, guys. Thank you for joining us, and I will catch up with you tomorrow. Yeah, the pickup me and Max got in it. We drove down to Bovey Tracy, put the heating on, warm air blowing on our feet, heat seats. Yeah, it just gave you that little bit of a lifted you back up a bit, ready for the night.
I have yet to be in that vehicle, but I should know where I'll put it.
There will be a short going up tomorrow as well. I had my Alpaca stove, which worked brilliantly, absolutely brilliantly. Max has built his own ammo box stove, which we've now nicknamed Das Doodlebug. Okay, this thing eats less fuel than any wood stove I've ever come across. I literally just put one log in it and it's there 45-50 minutes, not a problem. But the chimney glows absolutely cherry red, and you end up with a 2-foot jet blast flame coming out the end of the chimney. I actually thought at one point this thing was going to start moving across the forest floor. Absolutely awesome.
Max said that they thought that he was moving into the services when he turned up.
It looked like it for a moment. Yeah. Didn't it? What we should have done, Max, we should have pulled up there. I should have gone, no, I'm not giving you a lift home. No, that's it. You can bloody walk. I don't give a shit. You said you love me and you bloody you've been hanging around with him. Created a scene. Oh, excuse me, my foot is itching like a mad thing.
Take your socks off. Give some air.
Oh, yeah.
It's because you haven't had air to them.
Oh.
I got a crash course on my one, Katrina. Karen will know him. Flyer. He had a V8 P6, and we went to Tangmere, and he could just drive my car. I said, I don't know how to. He said, it's easy. It's just got free. You just got to stop, go. So he stuck me in his P6, and I drove off, and he climbed out, and he was sitting on top of the sunroof. So yeah, that was my crash course.
There's a top tip for you. There's an important top tip for you. Okay. So when you come back from camp, the dry socks that you used last night, don't think to yourself, oh, I'm going to save on the washing, or I'll wear the dry socks this evening, because at the end of the day, they're dry, they keep fit nice. Turn them inside out first and check them. Because if you find an old, dead, crusty stinging nettle inside your sock about 2 hours after you've put the sock on, which now has led to the top of my foot itching like you would not believe.
Yeah, well, I don't even know. You won't see it here, but we got a sort of dark green and black carpet in here. And Willow has managed to go round and find all the oak leaves and anything else he found, and he's chewed them up on the floor.
Oh, that really stings now. Oh, that's a mistake. Oh, what a mistake of the maker. Oh.
Flyer. He
Mark.
was H's brother. He went out with. He had kids with Dottie. No, he went out with Dottie, but he also went out with Ewan's sister Maria, and tall lad, always on motorbikes, and he went out with Laura as well.
Croc,
Laura Payne.
I get where you're coming from there, brother. I definitely get where you're coming from there. Sporks,
yeah, they did do
things.
some. You did do some filming, didn't you, over the weekend?
Yes, I've done lots of film. I will be tomorrow. Is sort out anything that Kaz needs to be sorted out, and I've already taken it out. The SD card is there. I've already got all the footage from my phone put on. Now, the footage from the first day is I did it on my phone. It was that wet. I mean, I cannot tell you. I was opening stuff up quickly, shutting it, finding an inch of water in it. So I thought, I'm not going to get my GoPro and my new mics out because I don't want to knacker those in these conditions. A phone can be replaced. So I did the video for the first lot when it was at its worst on the phone. So I'm going to cut and shut the whole lot together, do you a video or two covering the weekend.
Yeah.
It's what I do is I'll do my usual. I will try and keep it to 20 minutes. So if it means two videos, then it will be two videos. But hopefully, it'll give you all a chuckle. It's one of those. Right, Friday.
Yeah, sporks are like that, aren't they? They're quite sharp as well, old Croc.
Friday night, I was turning the air blue. I got to admit it. My sense of humour gland ruptured. Okay. Poor old Max, all he could hear as I was trying to set myself up, because him and the tarpach guy was already set. I arrived, it's getting dark, it's hoofing down like a mad thing. I find my spot, I get my swag set up. That's brilliant. Not a problem at all. I stepped back 2 feet and that was it. The water came up over my boots. And it turned out I had literally picked an area big enough for the swag, right in the middle of a bit that became a bog. It literally just ran right round the front of the swag.
Okay, sweetheart.
And it didn't matter what you did. That was it. You were just
love you lots too. Up
to your ankles in water. I swear, turned the air blue. There's squirrels down there that were fainting with shock. There were delicate flowers that wilted. Listening to my language, like I say, the sense of humour gland really burst. May have been one or two things thrown about. There may be a tent peg somewhere in the stream bed.
Katrina and Karen and Gavin are all going now.
No night all. Sleep well. Have fun.
Katrina, I'll send your mum a copy of the photographs. I've actually got me driving, poking my tongue out, and me driving with Mark on the roof.
There you go. I'll just be a bit manly for you. I'm just being manly for my lovely wife. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. This bit's bare.
Don't be funny.
Yeah. Yeah, Kaz has got to get the strimmer out tomorrow. Do me back for
Bushwhacking,
me.
yeah.
Yeah. It's like cutting a hedge.
It's like fucking hair bear bunch. Watch out, here comes the bears.
It all went from the top to below my neck.
Yeah, at your ears.
Yeah. Oh, don't talk about it. Yes. Oh.
So, anything else?
Yeah, we did have a good time, didn't we? Yeah, we had a good time.
Hi, Lady and Michelle.
Yeah, it was pulling from underground. It's the firebox was a saving grace. That really, actually, last night, me and Max were both saying where we moved, or I moved through Saturday, and I only had to move 10 feet, got into a better spot than that. But we sat there with the firebox, even though the ground's wet, there's things going, little black things heading away from the river, looking for blood. But it was awesome. It was absolutely brilliant.
Bill said, do you think waders should be in the wild camp kit?
I don't know about waders. I think a full dry suit, really.
Right. Three Dogs said, is there a cheaper alternative to Fab Seal to waterproof a tent?
Oh, there's 101 things that you can do. I would basically say, look at YouTube. I mean, I've seen people take silicon seal, same stuff used in bathrooms and all the rest of it. And I can't remember what it was. I can't remember if it was. I'm pretty sure it was a spirit.
That's what you need, Max.
I think it was a spirit. I don't know whether it was white spirit. I don't know if it was meths or something like that. But I think it was a high vapor rate spirit, and they mixed that with the silicon to thin it down into almost like a paint consistency. Painted that onto the material. The spirit vaporizes off, and the silicon impregnates the material. That's one. Good old PVA works short term. Mm-hmm. That makes a good waterproofing barrier.
Sticks. You did a few alternatives to waterproofing, didn't you?
But I will be honest with you, right? I know there's right. So that's my go-to is the neck wax, right? Purely and simply because it works, and excuse my foot's itching. That stinging that was really bugging me. There's certain things I'd rather spend the money on. I think you can take a really crappy jacket and waterproof it with good quality waterproofing and make a damn good waterproof jacket. So at the end of the day, mate, I would say spend the money and buy a good sealant. And do your research as well. Some of the tent waterproofers are no good for clothing. Some of them are nylon or want to react with nylon. Some for canvas. So you got to find the right match.
Don't like full UV light, do they?
And again, you take things like seal nylon. All that is, it's just people go, oh, seal nylon. It's brilliant. It is nylon impregnated with silicone. That's all it is. Okay, it's brilliant. It's light. It's waterproof. It really does the job well.
They used plastic coat paint.
Yeah. It's at the end of the day, it's It's like Lee Michelle said. Don't cheap out on. There's just certain things you can't.
Yeah.
You can't afford to cheap out on, and it's not worth the. You can ruin.
Good evening, Dumpster Fire. How are you?
Yeah, you can ruin a really good bit of kit quite easily. I've done it myself. I've tried to find alternatives. I had a really nice wax cotton jacket. I decided I was going to wax that and actually ruin the jacket. It was
Dumpster's joining us again.
Dumpster Fire, how are you doing, mate? Hope you're good.
Martin Courage from the USA.
Thank you very much, my friend, and the same back to you guys. And I will say thank you to your boss for putting the willies up the BBC.
Yeah,
we appreciate that.
You've
we're
got them.
sick of the BBC.
You've got. He's had them. They're leaving like rats of a sinking ship.
Yeah, the truth will out, won't it? Oh, we're impartial because we're the BBC.
Well,
unless you're a veteran, or unless you're
special forces or things like that,
or you're doing something they don't like.
Yeah,
doesn't fit their left-wing agenda. Oh, sorry, did I? Oh.
It's funny, they were interviewing that lady, weren't they? And an hour later, she handed in a resignation.
Yeah, well, no
spine.
No spine.
There was nothing going on. No. And then, an hour later, she was gone.
No spine. You stand by what you say. You stand by what you do. That's how people judge you. Even when you're in the wrong, stand up and say, yes, I cocked up. I got it wrong. My mistake, my bad. I can respect somebody for that. What I can't respect is somebody that keeps, no. We don't like him. That's why we did it. Well, yeah, that's not what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to be impartial. Yeah, of course. Got my dad right. Sorry, mate.
Retinning his overalls tonight.
Oh.
I bought some of that, the waterproof for brickwork. I bought that from Temu.
Yeah. Brick waterproof. Well, most brick waterproofers, I know when we were waterproofing the inside of that building, I mean, because I'm no builder. I don't do building work. I know nothing about building work. But I do know, and Benny might be able to back me up, so I know they had me prepping walls to waterproof them or to seal them. And that was a mixture of PVA and water. And all I had to do was paint it on.
Well, L. Croxter said a cheap silicone sealant can make using clear bathroom silicone sealant and dilate it using white spirit. I've used on cheap tent, it was fine. But on better chance, I'll check or test on a small area.
Yeah, there you go. Idea. And I've seen that myself. I wasn't sure which spirit it was. I didn't want to give you bad advice.
Yeah.
And again, as I always say on the channel, if I don't actually know, I will suggest you go and look and get the advice in the right place. And if you do it, do me a favour. Let me know how it went. And yeah, it helps me to learn as well. But I have seen a guy doing it on bed sheets. He was getting bed sheets and he was painting the silicone into the bed sheets, and he thinned that with a spirit. Like I say, I can't remember what the spirit was, and he made some really good tops. And he was showing the water repellency and all the rest of it. And if you can do that with a bit of linen bed sheet, then it's the next step.
Yeah. Especially you can put that stuff like they use on the car windows that makes it the water bead away from it automatically.
Again,
then the water wouldn't stay on the material. Rain-X,
yeah. And again, that's a silicone or silicone.
Oh, so dumpster fire, you said he used to use linseed oil and mineral spirits with beeswax on the leg cuffs.
Ah, it works well.
Yeah.
The only thing I get a bit there twitchy with dumpster fire is using linseed oil.
Yeah, because it's quite.
Yeah. I've had that in the forge. I did a wooden handle on a knife, and I've been using old rags and that. So I cleaned up the handle of the knife quite nice. On the shoulder, and because the forge, everything in there is designed to be fireproof. So my bin is a big metal bucket, and I've screwed them up and thrown them in there, not a problem. And about 5 hours later, I smell smoke. I can really smell smoke. Where's that smoke come from? I looked round at the bin, and just as I looked at the bin, it went whoomph. I was like, that help. No, it was the linseed oil on the cotton material.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a bit of a frightener.
Oil your hands with your thinning pants.
Yeah.
Ah. Thinning. Ah.
Yeah. Yeah, that would make more sense, wouldn't it? But, yeah. I started using neat's foot oil after that, which I'm finding harder and harder to find. And then neat's foot oil is it's what you paint on horses' hooves. To protect their hooves from moisture and that. Really, really good. Gives a really nice finish.
Oh dear. I need it to after Thursday night, and this weekend it saturated the tent. Even the tarp over the top didn't stop the drip. Yeah, it's not good,
mate.
is it?
Yeah, it was absolutely water-wise horrendous, and my heart goes out to the people in Wales and that, Monmouthshire, what have you, because they really got hit. 150 mils in places. Now, I know for some countries, 150 mils of rain isn't a lot in one session, but we don't have the infrastructure here for it. It's not something we normally get. And although we're always laughing and joking about it always raining in the UK, we don't really get rain in the UK. We get drizzle. We get that long, grey,
the worst
steady,
one is that
wet,
horrible little mist.
Yeah.
That misty.
Yeah.
That it makes everything wet.
But
Dumpster was saying when he was in Africa, they use bananas for waterproofing and the grease. Yeah.
Interesting.
So I know you use like potatoes to stop.
I suppose
if you put a potato over something, it stops the.
I suppose it's the starch in it, because that's going to fill the gaps between the material or in the pores in the material.
Yeah.
Because that's all you do. Most waterproofing's doing it's just closing those up, isn't it? Wasp magnets, yeah, yeah, and mosquito magnets.
Yeah.
Potassium in banana. It's tends to draw. Max is off to load up his car. He's heading home tomorrow from the West Country.
Oh, is he? He's still there, is he? Ah.
I suppose anything that lubes, isn't it, mate? Anything that lubes. Yeah.
He's come right. Like I got those like garden trolleys, isn't it? It's got the 4 wheels, metal one, a bit like the American kids have those little trolleys, little trucks. Well, I bought it off Facebook Marketplace, and it's been a godsend for unloading stuff out. Lots of bags of shopping, or you did today. You had load everything from the car into the
difficulty
trolley.
For me here, where we live here, is I'm down an alleyway, 100 metres from the road, so I have to unpack everything from the car, put it in a trolley or in a wheelbarrow, is what I used to use, and try and get it up in a wanna, because not everybody around here is that honest. And unfortunately, suspending them from lampposts isn't allowed anymore. It's illegal. So, yeah. If it ain't raining, it ain't raining too, right? Yeah. You ever notice that the bugger that told you that when you were actually out in the field was the same one that was going back to camp? Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I love those old sayings. If it ain't raining, it ain't raining.
Yeah.
Yeah. If it ain't snowing, we're not going. Yeah. I've heard all them.
We're watching Phil Campion today. I like him. Yeah.
Welcome to the Epping, land of misery. There is a mountain in Wales, and the top of the mountain was decreed by the gods never to be used by normal human beings, and it was given to the MOD, and it's just a massive training area, live firing ranges, mortar ranges. You've got the whole lot up there, but it is a place of misery. You ask any British serviceman about his time on the ranges in Brecon, and he will normally sort of twitch one eye. He might start shaking. He might look instantly to the clouds.
Right. You might well say, Ireland Jason, he's made a short video this week on how to use plastics. Yeah. So
there you go. Anybody that's interested in plastic knots, find your friends with Ireland Jason. Go to his channel
and check his video out.
Yeah, check his video out. Jace, cheers, mate. I will be having a look at that later on myself. And I tell you what, that woods I was in was this weekend very similar to Vancouver Island, especially in the conditions we had there. Wet, 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 wet. I actually found myself looking down on Friday at the ground and thinking,
I'll make a note of that, El Croc.
Could I do bow drill in here?
We're going to have a look at that Clem Heist knot as well.
Yeah.
El Croc.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll have a look into that. Yeah. Clem Heist. More simple than the prospect. Okay, no. I'm prepared to learn something new. You know, and again,
you did penny fan as well, didn't you?
oh, done penny fan.
Yeah.
The fan,
Yeah,
fan done.
running down. Yeah, all the way back.
Mind you,
You had to run across the road, didn't you?
Mac used to like that.
So Dumpster uses the Prosit almost exclusive in his hammock.
Yeah, brilliant bit. It's again, it's a simple, efficient, works. People dangle off mountains using it, so you know. It also works well with webbing. Funny enough, you can make a Prosit using a web loop, and it works really, really well. Yeah.
Here's a video that's going up this week. Dumpster, he used, because he normally has you usually have hammock, don't you?
Yeah.
This time he's got a RAB swag.
So I tried a swag for a change. Part of it as well. I'm getting older now. I'm 60 years old.
Is it hard to climb in?
I don't ground dwell in tents too well. Inflatable mattresses and that, I just don't get on with it. But there's not always is there for facilities or setup to be able to hammock. So I needed something that I could be comfortable in. This poor old man could be comfortable in. And so I saved like a lunatic and got myself something that I would be comfortable. That's the secret, isn't it? Is be comfortable. Whatever it is that keeps you comfortable, keeps you warm, keeps you going, sets you up for that next day, that next step in the adventure. Because it's very easy to get miserable, cold, wet, succumb to the weather, give up, go home. Yeah. And then it makes it harder for that push to get out next time for an adventure. So you try and make every experience as positive as you can, even the rough ones like this weekend. And it was rough. But again, we were laughing like idiots at points. You know, it was just like...
That's nothing unusual, you lot.
We literally just like, accept it, deal with it. And I think that was the other thing. Is you got Max, who lived on the streets for many, many years. You got Mac and Rob, experienced to the hilt. You got myself, I'm used to it. It's that thing of just shrugging your shoulders, setting up, knowing that you've got your warm, dry kit that you're going to get into. You're going to get your sleep system set up. You're going to be dry, warm, and comfortable. That was the thing. You know, the time out of it, getting up in the morning, putting those wet socks on, slipping your wet boots on, sliding your wet jeans on, misery. But at the end of that day, I knew that my dry kit was still in my system, and it gave me something to look forward to. Cheers, mate, young fella with some steps in. I hope so. I hope I've still got some steps in me. I've got a lot of adventures I still want to have.
Yeah, we're going to check that out later on, aren't we?
Yeah,
Three Dogs
I'm
just checked it
into
out.
that myself. Yeah. And again, it's constant learning, isn't it? And that's the beauty of YouTube. That's the beauty of the whole internet thing. Is it suddenly opens up from not just having what you're learning off of your small area of friends or picking up an occasional book, actually being able to talk to other people that have an interest in it, other people that have a fascination, swapping ideas from them, finding out what works for them.
Found your socks again.
Yeah. Find out what works for them.
Himself, wasn't he?
Trying it out yourself, see if you like it. And not every method suits everybody. You know,
How did you go with your Wayfarer meals?
Oh, the Wayfarer meals. Oh, they've got some new menus out.
Ooh.
So the all in the bags.
I like I like the puddies, and they do a like an apple crumble one. God, that's nice. Apple crumble with custard. You found that putting your mat inside your DD thingy was better than, because everyone says you put your mats in just inside the hammock, they out, don't they? Yeah. Yeah, we were talking about those are buckets with the screw caps on them. They're food safe, aren't they? And Doc's just saying he's picking up 230 kilos of dried beans and 200 kilos of rice tomorrow, put in food buckets.
So Wayfarer meals at the moment, doing buy one get one half price in millets. So all day breakfast, we've all had that one before. That's what I like, beans and beef and barley stew.
Oh,
that's a new
good
one. You feel how dense that is?
Yeah,
that's going to be a good one. Cowboy barbecue beans, which made me think of Blazing Saddles.
Tapioca sauce, sweet, carrot, tomato, potato, rosemary, black pepper, onion. Oh, it's really nice actually. It looks reminds me a bit of faggots, not faggots. Oh, excuse me, haggis. And then of course you got the cowboy barbecue beans, a bit like Blazing Saddles.
Bongo like Kaz.
And they sound good. The USA look like freeze dried hell. All right, yeah. These are you can eat them hot or cold. It says beans and plant-based bacon pieces, so it's not actually bacon, in tangy, smoky barbecue sauce. Yeah, I like the puds. Oops.
That one is vegetarian all day breakfast.
Yeah, I think they are because they're green, aren't they?
Yeah. Chocolate fudge brownie.
Oh. Yeah.
And mac and cheese.
Main meal. How many calories has that got? Does it say?
It should give you the calorific value on it.
Somewhere. No.
Oh, yes, it does. Yeah, it does. Let me get I'll double my glasses up so I can read it. So on the chocolate brownie, you're looking at 291 calories.
So where are you finding that?
That's the second one down on there.
That one's got 161.
Yeah. 135 on the all-day breakfast, vegetarian breakfast. Beef and barley stew.
Good. You tried the pud, have you? Yeah. Excellent.
Yeah. So again,
we get freeze-dried ones as well, but the more popular ones are these because you can just open the packet and eat them cold or.
Yeah, unfortunately, being an ex-squaddy.
Night sticks. Have a good night, mate.
I'm quite happy with something like that. The old chicken, sausage, and beans.
Yeah.
I like the fact that I can eat them cold or hot. But the other thing is with them, especially working in the movie industry like I do, and sitting in a vehicle sometimes all day, all I need is one of those. One of those. No smoke, no issues, no dramas. Nobody knows what I'm doing, and I've got a hot meal. So.
Dom, so we've been, you say about your food buckets, been getting together rice, pasta, lentils, because we use a lot of red lentils and pearl barley as well.
Yeah, pearl barley is my go-to.
Yeah, we're going to be filling up our one.
Out of all the things that you can put away, my favourite's pearl barley. I'd rather have pearl barley than rice.
I put whenever I make beef stew, I always put red lentils and also put in pearl barley.
Yeah, I love the pearl barley. And in actual fact, for anybody that's not tried it,
thickens the casserole up as well.
If you make a risotto, but instead of using rice, use pearl barley. And it really makes a good creamy.
Another in the UK, if any of you have farm foods near you, This week you picked up a kilo bag of goat meat.
Yeah.
They got diced goat meat in there at the moment. So we've got a kilo
I
of
should
goat
be
meat.
making goat curry this week.
Mm.
Yeah, pearl barley risotto.
Croc, we can't find them. We have looked everywhere for those Fray Bentos pouches, and there's just none, is there?
No, you see, the problem is that these things become popular and they're off the shelf quickly down here. Pearl barley, one of my favourites is a pearl barley and cheese risotto, and that I can literally cook that, portion it up, and that will do 2 or 3 days, and I can eat that hot or cold. Reheat it.
Another one we make you make like a meatloaf.
Yeah.
You get heart, liver, and kidneys.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter which one. It could be anything. They could be pig, lamb, or beef.
Or you could just use heart.
Yeah.
You could just use liver.
What you do is you don't liquidize them. You
finely chop it.
Finely chop them.
Yeah.
Add to that onions and a packet of stuffing mix, anyone you like.
That's the secret.
Yeah, mix it all up, and then what you do is you lay your bacon out in your dish. You put that in, put the bacon back over, and you bake it, and that's good in the fridge for about a week.
Yeah, about 45 minutes in the oven. You can take it out, cut it in slices. You can reheat it, refry it as you want to. Obviously, if it's pork, don't do that. If you're using beef, you can.
Lamb or not,
But you can cut it, you can reheat it, you can have hot, you can have it cold. Basically, it's a faggot recipe, and all I've done is substitute the bread or the barley from the faggot with stuffing mix. And at the moment,
you get some really nice ones. They're like caramelized onion ones, isn't there?
Oh yeah. Good, honest, simple food.
Yeah, because it makes quite nice.
Change the whole meal. Yeah. You can literally any meat. What you're looking for, offal's good because of the moisture content, and you've got a huge amount of flavour and a very small amount of meat.
Okay, I'll try it out then.
You're literally using a small amount of offal. The stuffing is the bulk, but that soaks up all that flavour, and it makes a good filling meal. And I based that recipe. Well, I didn't. It wasn't my recipe. I got that from people in the West Country that used to, for generations, lived off faggots. And a faggot in the West Country is not far removed from the Scottish haggis. It's poor man food. It is the sort of food that you when you used every part of the animal, you tried to make it palatable. So again, nobody wants to sit there and look at a heart that's been cooked on their plate. Well, I don't mind actually with a bit of gravy and onions, but for some people it's impalatable. Liver can be too strong for people. Kidneys can be too strong for people. So by adding it to something like that, it tones the flavour down, but gives it that meatiness. And a stuffing mix, really, at the end of the day, it's just bread and herbs. So you're baking that in something that's going to fill you up, make you feel like you've eaten a meal, plenty of flavour, keep you going. Yeah, it's
your bacon sort of holds
right. B&M, Croc. Right, me and you are going to B&M then.
I'm pretty sure that's what's next to Tweedledum. We go to.
Well, what we'll do tomorrow, we'll get.
I've got someone coming to fit me rail some point.
Right.
Yeah.
Tuesday then.
Yeah.
Tuesday we'll get Willow looked after. I'll take you out for your first spin in the Mitsubishi, and we'll stick your scooter in the back. There we go. Cheers, Croc.
What the recipe for that one with the liver, etc. If you drop us an email.
Drop me an email and I'll write the recipe out for you.
Is he email on the board? No, it's Hampshire Outdoors at mail.com.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. What I'll do a video on it this week. I'll do a little video on it this week as well. I'll knock one up myself.
Yeah.
Because one of the things for me about it is, it's one of those mixes. When the texture feels right, you need to show somebody the texture. When the texture's right, the texture's right. Basically, the nearest thing to it is a meatloaf. At the end of the day, you're looking at making a meat. It's a poor man meatloaf.
But,
there we go. Kaz will put that up there, and you can.
If anyone you want to get hold of us about anything, it's HampshireOutdoors@mail.com.
1 minute 39.
Yeah.
So if you want to zip through tomorrow, freeze frame that,
and then you'll do the recipe.
Yeah, and I'll do the rest of this week. Well, Tuesday we'll dive out. I'll pick up the bits to do that, and I haven't made one in a while. So
yeah. We just went into we just went into Morrison's and we just got the offals, didn't we? Yeah.
You again, offal's cheap.
Night
you can always get it. It's always available. And again, you if you don't like offal, you can use chicken. You can use pork. You can use whatever you want. You might want to put a little bit of stock with it just to give it the moisture. Some people crack a couple of eggs into it. I like a couple of eggs in it because it helps it to rise. I always
put, and if you put, if you're making stuffing, if you crack an egg into the dry mix and then mix it up with the hot water, it actually makes a richer stuffing.
Yeah.
Just let you know there.
Yeah. So we'll do that. Lovely.
Yeah, you can put whatever you like in it.
That's all right. It's not everybody's taste, but for me, I'm a West Countryman, right? So I love pepper. So I throw into it plenty of onion, a load of black pepper. I really, some people actually will have it and go, "Oh, it's too much pepper in that," but I go mad with it. But do it to your own taste. Spices, herbs. You can throw a curry in it, make a curry version, chili in it, give it a little bit of bite. You adapt it to what you want. It's just a good, basic, simple, poor man meal.
And it's not. There's no sort of measurements, really, is it? We just use a large pack because
it's too light.
You can sort of work out from what you make what size dish you need to do it in, and you can even sort of freeze it if you wanted to afterwards.
I used to, for years, I used to take it to work with me quite often, a couple of slices, and I literally a slice of it and a bit of pickle. A bit of chutney or something.
I've got some Christmas chutney today. The other day, yesterday. It's a festive one. It's got Bramley apples and is it mixed? You got spices and rum. Spice rum.
Neat's Foot. Yeah, I used to get my Neat's Foot from Mole Valley.
It's not Mole Valley now, is it?
No, it's Scats now, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. No, what used to be Scats.
Yeah, now it's Mole Valley. That's it. Yeah.
Yeah. I used to get it when it was Scats. I used to get it from there. The only thing I found was the price has gone like that. And if you're not using it regularly, I mean, when I was on the ranges, that was how I kept my boots in one piece. It was good stuff. And dubbing, anybody ex-military knows about dubbing. It's that's the way to go. And in actual fact, my wax jacket, it's like a Barber knockoff. When that got to about a year old, I used dubbing on that. I used dubbing on the shoulders.
No, the thingy one.
Drover's
jacket, yeah.
And that absolutely was out in everything every day. Absolutely brilliant. Just stunk a little bit. But a bit of dubbing. If you could get it cheap enough, again, that would make a damn good waterproofer. But it's not cheap. Not cheap. I mean, and let's face it, when it comes to waterproofing things, for years people were using tallow. They were using fats, and they were working those into the materials.
Yeah, they would have used sheep, or if it had been coastal, they would have used seal or whale, wouldn't they? Fat.
I remember reading. I can't remember whose diary it was, but it was one of the mountain men diaries, and he was describing there how to beat the winter. The first winter he had was hell. It was really a winter from hell. So he decided before the next winter he was going to make himself an outfit. So what he did was he made the outfit so that the hair was on the. I think it wasn't deer because he said that was too spiky, but it was a lighter leather. And basically he had leather on the outside. And then he had the fur on the inside. That was his main sort of working base leather or layer. And then what he did was later in the year he managed to kill a bear. So he made a cloak from the bear skin, but the bear fat is what he used to treat the leather. So he literally waterproofed his outfit with bear fat. So again, it's how people used to do
his
things.
paws, and all that funny noise was.
Yeah. So
just need that time.
Yeah. Well, it is nearly that time. We're coming up to 1:45, so I'm going to get ready for bed in a minute because I am actually shattered. It's been a long weekend. So 300 miles or 2,500 miles under my belt, and I had a couple of good nights, Kip, but I've also had a hell of an adventure. Matt, Rob, Tarpach guys, thank you so very much. It was a great adventure. Max, you're a legend as always, mate. It was fantastic to spend a night, me and you, over the fire like that. For those that couldn't make it, guys, to be honest with you, you probably had the better end of the deal. Okay, I'm going to be sorting Kit for days.
Dumpster, Kitten, El Croc.
Yeah.
3 dog. Oops.
Next week, we'll have a bit of a better one for you. I'll actually have had time to sit down and work out what we're going to natter about. Try and hit a subject. If there's anything any of you want to know about, want to ask about, or if there's anything, a subject you would like me to cover, there's the email, hampshireoutdoors@mail.com. Hit me up on that.
Let's do it.
And we will do it on a Sunday night for you. Other than that, have an awesome week. Get outdoors.
Bob.
Have some sort of an adventure. Try not to make it too extreme. And have fun.
Night, Phil.
Yeah. Love those you do. Forgive those you don't. And as always, may peace and light be upon you in this glorious world of ours. Have an awesome week, guys.
Night.
From Mick, Kaz, Willow.
And the Willow Children's Schools.
Rob, Max, and all you guys.
Night, Phil.
Night all. Take care. Stay safe. Mickey out.